Alright guys, so today we're going to do a comparison video with the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro, which retails for $200, against the EarFun Free Pro, which you can actually pick up for $60. So technically, you can get 3 pairs of the EarFun Free Pro for less than 1 pair of the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro. I like to do these videos mainly because so many creators tend to focus on the bigger brands. So a lot of people right now are reviewing and talking about the Galaxy Buds Pro, where I feel like pairs like the EarFun Free Pro is still bringing so much value and it can save a lot of people money. So I like to do these videos just so people know what their options are. Now I do want to start with, if you're using a Samsung phone, you do get a couple of more features as opposed to using the Galaxy Buds Pro with other devices. Those 2 features is the Galaxy Buds Pro will upscale your audio if you're using a Samsung device, and then it also has the Dolby head tracking, which is basically like the spatial audio that the AirPods Pro has. But outside of that, if you're not going to be using a Samsung device, that's what I'm going to compare these with. That way you can see how close these 2 devices are. So let's go ahead and start with the fact that Samsung has Bluetooth 5.0 on their pair, where the EarFun has Bluetooth 5.2, and they even have a low latency mode. So if you're going to be using your earbuds for watching movies or videos or even gaming, I like having that low latency mode because it cuts down on having any kind of lag with that type of media. And as far as one of the big advantages to the Galaxy Buds Pro, I'll just give this to any pair of earbuds that have this. They have an app which allows you to change some of your controls. It allows you to find your earbuds if you happen to misplace them. It does give you some EQ options, which I'm always a huge fan of. So they definitely have the advantage over the EarFun when it comes to that. Now, as far as the active noise canceling, which a lot of people are going to be interested in, I didn't feel like the Galaxy Buds Pro had some of the best noise canceling out there. I still think they're blocking out around 75% of the noise around you, but I would say that the EarFun is actually blocking out around 60 to 65%. So technically that's only a 10 to 15% difference, and given the huge price tag, that may not be worth the money. Now, as far as the IP rating, if you're going to be using these out and about, you're going to be fine using either one of these. The EarFun comes in rated at IPX5, so it's going to be fine against rain, splashes, or if you sweat, where the Samsung actually comes in waterproof at IPX7. So if you do happen to drop your earbuds in water, you're going to fare off a little bit better with the Samsung. Now, as far as the battery life on these, it is very close in this area as well. Now, the Samsung, if you're going to be using them with the ANC turned off, you're going to get 8 hours of battery life on the earbuds with 28 hours total using the case. Now, if you're going to be using the EarFuns with the ANC turned off, you're going to get 7 hours on the earbuds with 32 hours total using the case. So you're going to get 1 less hour on the earbud, but you're actually going to be getting 4 more hours overall because of the charging case. Now, if you're going to be using the Samsungs with the ANC on, you're only going to get 5 hours on the earbud with 18 hours using the case, where with using the EarFuns with the ANC on, you actually get 6 hours on the earbuds and 27 hours total using the case. So if you do plan on just leaving ANC on, you actually get 1 more hour on the earbud itself, but you're actually going to get 9 more hours using the case. So that's definitely an advantage to using the EarFuns. Now, one advantage to using the Galaxy Buds Pro is they do have a fast charge feature where if you do pick the earbuds up and they are dead, you can get an hour's worth of use on a 5-minute charge. So I will definitely give that advantage to the Galaxy Buds Pro. Now, as far as being able to actually charge these, they both use a USB-C cable and they both have Qi wireless charging. Now, I will say, as far as the design of both cases, the Galaxy Buds Pro case is a little bit smaller, where the EarFun Free Pro case is a little bit longer, but it's still pretty slim. I think both cases are easily pocketable. It's easy to just kind of throw in your pocket and forget that they're there. And as far as the design of the earbuds, now I do think the EarFun Free Pro is a much smaller, much lighter design. They actually still use the wing tips, so I feel like they do a better job of staying in your ear. I don't understand why the Galaxy Buds Pro decided to get away from the Galaxy Buds Plus design, because the old design used the wing tips. So I think taking that away, especially if you're looking for a pair to use while you're running or using at the gym, definitely gives the advantage to the EarFun Free. Now, as far as the controls on both of these, they both use touch controls, and neither one of them allow you to control everything, because the one thing that the EarFun does not allow you to do is go back to the previous track, where with the Galaxy Buds Pro, you actually have to go into the app to choose what you want it to control. So you have to sacrifice one thing if you want it to do another. So neither one of them wins as far as giving you control over everything, but at least the Galaxy Buds Pro allow you to go in Samsung's app and change some of these controls. Now, as far as using the earbuds individually, you can use either the left or the right with either one of these. And as far as the microphones, I'm actually impressed at how well the earphones stack up against the Galaxy Buds Pro, because the Galaxy Buds Pro is using 6 mics total, where the earphones are using 4. And I think they definitely go toe to toe, and that also includes using them in a noisy environment. I feel like they both do a really good job of blocking out your surroundings and focusing in on your voice. But you guys can be a judge by checking out the test here. Alright guys, so here is a mic test using the Galaxy Buds Pro. In this pair, I think it does a really good job of picking up my voice, but this is what it would sound like if you were to take a call. And so now here is a mic test with a crowd noise being played, which you can hear here. And so this is what it would sound like if you were to take a call public. Alright guys, so here is a mic test using the earphones. This is another pair where I think it does a really decent job picking up my voice, but this is what it would sound like if you were to take a call. And so now here is the mic test with a crowd noise being played, which you can hear here. And so this is what it would sound like if you were to take a call in public. So now let's talk about the sound, and this really is the main reason I wanted to compare the two. They both have a very dynamic sound. It is a very in-your-face, very loud sound. It's actually a sound signature that I prefer. I will say that I feel like the EarFun has the edge when it comes to bass, where I will also say the Galaxy Buds Pro has the edge when it comes to the treble. It seems like the Galaxy Buds Pro are a little bit brighter, but I feel like the EarFuns have a little bit more thump in the low end. Now that's also with using the Galaxy Buds Pro on the dynamic EQ setting. That's just my personal preference. I feel like that one brings out the most bass and the most detail in the treble, where the EarFun does not have the ability to be EQ'd. So as it is right out of the box, it is a dynamic sound. It compares to the Galaxy Buds Pro very closely. In fact, there are times where I actually prefer the EarFun Free Pros because of that extra bass. Now, as far as the mids on both of these, they both do an excellent job of being able to hear all the details in male and female vocalists. Same thing with the instruments. I'm able to hear a lot of subtle things. I can tell where everything's coming from, but I do feel like the Galaxy Buds Pro do sound a little bit more open, and I think that's because of the vents that are on the buds itself. But I will also say that also causes the Galaxy Buds Pro to leak a lot more sound than the earphones do. So if you're planning on using these in bed, or you're planning on using these around a lot of people and you listen at higher volumes, I would definitely go with the earphones because the Galaxy Buds Pro leak a lot of sound. But guys, overall, I think both are excellent pairs of earbuds. I just think there's so much more value in the earphones. I don't think that there's enough there to warrant paying $140 more for the Galaxy Buds Pro. And I'm also saying that even if you're using a Samsung device, I just don't think with those couple of extra features, there is enough there to warrant paying $140 price difference. Just kind of makes this a no-brainer unless you're just a Samsung diehard, or you want that little bit extra noise canceling, or maybe you just like the fact that they work with an app and it just gives you a little more options. But overall, I think the sound compares very closely. I feel like the noise canceling is so close that it doesn't make that huge of a difference. So I would definitely recommend checking out the earphones, so maybe you can save yourself $140. But guys, that wraps up this video. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Thank you so much for checking out all the other videos. And as always, make sure to stay tuned for more.